Hello friends, welcome to ANGLR. Tourists always think to find new places because they really find excitement in visiting new places. It's now easier than ever to visit distant locations around the world. But just how there are beautiful places to visit, there are places that are definitely not tourist friendly. From deadly earthquake prone locations to areas with a surplus of crime, here is the list of 10 places on earth you are most likely to get killed in. Number 1. The Death Valley in the United States. Death Valley is a desert valley located in eastern California. It is one of the hottest places in the world. Death Valley is the home to the Timbisha tribe of Native Americans, formerly known as the Panamint Shoshone, who have inhabited the valley for at least the last millennium. If the earth is our home, then Death Valley is its scorching hot oven. This stunning desert holds the record for the highest temperature ever recorded on our planet, that is minus 134 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 56.7 degrees centigrade. No matter how tough you are, the blazing sun and the searing heat of the Death Valley will make you exhausted very quickly. Without water, you can live here for just 14 hours. Number 2. The Danakil Desert, Eritrea. The Danakil Desert is a desert in the northeast Ethiopia, southern Eritrea, and northwestern Djibouti. Situated in the Upper Triangle, it stretches across 1 lakh square kilometers. The area is known for its volcanoes and extreme heat, with daytime temperatures surpassing 50 degrees centigrade. Less than an inch of rainfall occurs each year. The Danakil Desert is one of the lowest and hottest places on the earth. It is inhabited by a few Afar who engage in salt mining. Baking temperatures that often top 120 degrees Fahrenheit, numerous active volcanoes, geysers that spit toxic gases. It's hard to imagine a more brutal landscape than Africa's Danakil Desert. Most people would probably consider this terrible place a literal hell on the earth, but it still attracts lots of brave adventurers from all over the world. Just keep in mind that visiting the Danakil Desert on your own without an experienced guide is strictly forbidden. Number 3. Mount Washington, the United States. Mount Washington is the highest peak in the northeastern United States at 6,288.2 feet. The summit of Mount Washington holds the world record for the fastest winds on the surface of the earth. The highest recorded speed here is 203 miles per hour. The strong winds, however, are not the only concern in this area. The freezing temperatures that can drop as low as minus 40 degrees and continuous heavy snowfalls make Mount Washington a very dangerous place. Despite its modest height, that is 6,288 feet, Mount Washington is one of the world's deadliest peaks. The loads that the human body experiences at the top of it can be compared to the ones it would experience on the peak of Mount Everest. Number 4. The Cinnabon Volcano, Indonesia. Mount Cinnabon is a stratovolcano. It is located in the relatively cool area on a fertile plateau with mountains bounding the north. This is an active volcano situated on the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Eruptions occur here very frequently, often leaving thousands of people without shelter or livelihood. The nearby towns and villages have been completely covered in lava and ash several times already in 2010, 2013, 14 and 15. The latest explosion occurred on February 27, 2016. That eruption ejected a deadly cloud of volcanic gas, stones, and ash to a height of 2,500 meters. And no one knows what will happen here tomorrow. Number 5. The Snake Island in Brazil. The Snake Island in Brazil is one of the many snake islands around the world, and it is located off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean. Hidden somewhere off the coast of Brazil, this island is widely recognized as the most dangerous place on the planet. The reason for that is quite simple. This place is full of one of the most venomous snakes in the world. The snakes became trapped on the island when rising sea levels covered up the land that connected it to the mainland. This left the snakes to adapt to their environment, increased rapidly in population. Researchers estimate that about 5 snakes per square meter live on this planet, that is island. Brazilian government has prohibited any visitors from setting foot there. Number 6. The Medici National Park, Bolivia. Medici is a national park in the upper Amazon River basin in Bolivia. Established in 1995, it has a square area of 18,958 square kilometers. At first sight, this place looks really very beautiful, but it's actually very dangerous. Why so? Because it's home to the most poisonous and aggressive fauna in the world. Contact with any of the plants growing in this park can cause severe itching, rash, and dizziness. Any cut or even a small wound can become infected with tropical parasites. Number 7. The Valley of Death, Russia. In the head of the Gazarania River, at the bottom of the Pinch Volcano, a narrow ground of 2 kilometers length and 100 to 500 meters width, where animals always die, is located. Special research showed that animals and birds die because of the high concentration of poisonous snakes, mainly hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, and carbon sulfur. The Valley of Death was discovered only in the end of July of 1975 by the volcanologist V. L. Lenov and the reserve forester V. S. Kalev. Number 8. The Bikini Atoll, the Martian Lands. The Bikini Atoll is an atoll in the Marshall Lands which consists of 23 islands totaling 3.4 square miles surrounding a deep 229.4 square mile central lagoon. Lost somewhere in the ocean, this island looks like a paradise, doesn't it? But Bikini Atoll was actually home to numerous nuclear testing programs that turned the island of Bikini into a radioactive wasteland. The inhabitants were forced to abandon their homes, and even today this remains hazardous for living organisms. The abnormally high level of radiation recorded here can cause cancer. Number 9. The Elephant Kingdom in Chonburi, Thailand. In Elephant Kingdom, Thailand, at a crocodile farm, the owner leases out a small semi-closed raft space for tourists to come visit, see and feed crocodiles. The raft is a thin wooden one balanced on plastic barrels and has a net enclosure halfway around it. The shack has a roof too. The people get inside the enclosure and are given fishing rods to feed the crocs. They use beef or meat pieces attached to the rods and dangle the rods before the crocodiles. The reptiles then jump out of the water to catch the meat and their food. There are tourists who also tease the crocs by dangling the meat in front of them and then pulling it up as the hungry animals reach for it. It's really not fair, right? Number 10. The Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron is a salt and soda lake in Arusha region in northern Tanzania. The lake is close to the Kenyan border and is in the Gregory Rift, which is the eastern branch of the East African Rift. The lake is within the Lake Natron Basin, a Ramsar site wetland of the international significance. It may look like an extraterrestrial landscape. The alkali salt crust on the surface of the lake is so dangerous that all living creatures die just coming into contact with it. For obvious reasons, swimming in this lake is strictly prohibited, and the strong odor of hydrogen sulfide coming from the lake's surface won't let you admire the stunning scenery for so long. So friends, these are the 10 most dangerous tourist destinations in the world. And now, which one do you feel is the most dangerous tourist location in all the above 10? So do comment and let us know. So thank you.